गाइस गुड इवनिंग। स्वागत है आप सबका। आओ चलता है बकरी पंती करने। लेट्स कंटिन्यू विद द स्टोरी।
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
एक मिनट, ये साउंड सिस्टम फिर भी कुछ बकचोदी कर रहा है। कुछ तो सीन है, पता नहीं इसका क्या सीन चल रहा है।
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
ना तो बाद में टीच करती रहे, मुझे जरा ये चेंज करने दे। अच्छा, मूवी पे जब मैं कर रहा हूँ इसको तब इसका आवाज एकदम ज्यादा हो रहा है।
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
थिंक और थोड़ा चेंज हो सकता है।
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special. What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I
ऐसा कौन
correct
सा
to
forbidden
assume
zone
you're
है भाई?
going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
हाँ, बताएगा मैं। क्या करेगा तू?
Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
और सम रीजन मूवी जैसा लग तो नहीं रहा है।
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a look.
प्रीसेट सेट करके रखा हूँ, लेकिन प्रीसेट पे पता नहीं आवाज सही से नहीं आ रहा है।
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
Pressure?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
ये तो बकरीपंती हो गई फिर.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us! Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
क्या बात कर रहा है लाबिडू?
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
Let me change headphone. Change. इसको यूज हो इस ब्लूटूथ हेडफोन में. कुछ तो यूज हो भाई. बिग बेल पैक करके रखा. बता. इसको रखते हैं, इसको पहले करेंगे चालू. इसको करेंगे चालू. आ गया भाई. अभी स्टील सीरीज को मैं जाके इसको फिर से एक्टिव करना पड़ेगा. परफेक्ट. ओहो, ये हेडफोन एकदम सही से बैठ गया. इसमें है मौज. बैटरी कितने परसेंट है वो तो देख लो. ब्लूटूथ डिवाइस मेरा जो 70% बैटरी आराम से चल रहा है. ये कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. चलो.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
तेरे अम्मू अब्बी ने क्या बोलते हैं उसको पता नहीं, अम्मा अब्बू ने बना के रखे थे ना तेरे।
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring.
अच्छा,
It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were
चेक इन रह
exiled to
गया
the
ना,
desolate
चेक इन कर
seaside,
लेता हूँ
where
मैं
they
पहले, रुको।
experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold.
डेली चेक इन, लॉग इन चेक इन बच गया, रुको रुको रुको, और है क्या, मिस हो जाएगा तो फिर लपड़े हो जाएंगे। दोनों आईडी से 4 अकाउंट पे करने हैं, 8 अकाउंट। ये हो गया, अब इसका करना है ना। कम से कम इसका तो डेली लॉगिन का लफड़ा नहीं है, वुथरिंग वेव्स का।
Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors.
अच्छा, अरे इसका ये क्या था मेरा, हम्म, हम्म, प्रभात वाले का ना। तारीख है 19 सिख। ये बराबर से लीड कर रहा है, कर तो रहा है। $3,500। 5,500 घंटा इधर पड़ा हुआ है। सही है। और कुछ?
The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home.
बे, ये कौन सा चमनचोमू है? तो स्टीम खोल के देखना पड़ेगा मुझे ध्यान से, पता नहीं तो इसको ऑटो पे डालता हूँ।
And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
वो हेक्स कहाँ पे दिख रहा है मुझे? 2FO। ये ऐसा सा छपरीगिरी है, ये ऐसे कहाँ फाइंड करूँ मैं? ये तो दिखाई नहीं रहा है। अलग बकरी, अलग ही बकरी बनती चल रही है यार, छपरी। इसमें भी नहीं दिखा रहा है।
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
F4। पता नहीं, अलग ही बकचोदी चल रहा है इसका, उसको बाद में देखता है।
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
क्या दिखा रहा है भाई? अच्छा मेरा आवाज हो रही है इधर
Your
कैप्चर
Grace,
हो रहा है?
perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh?
आवाज तो आ रहा है।
Lurvine and
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
बेटे
The
ट्रैवलर
results
पाइमोन
speak
है
for
वो।
themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin? Good. Saves me a bit of time explaining. Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
you want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
अलग ही बकचोदी चल रही है, इनके असिस्टेंट का असिस्टेंट है।
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
ये क्या है, बकरी बनती?
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
हाईलाइट 100% रखोगे? हाईलाइट भी 50 कर देता हूँ। Shit. Shadows 20.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another
अब सही
3
दिख
cups
रहा है.
of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
अच्छी, ये तो हो गए कलर्स. अभी
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No
स्पेशल
worries.
इफेक्ट्स नहीं
But
चाहिए.
don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
कैसा तो दिख रहा है ये. नहीं, स्पेशल इफेक्ट्स नहीं चाहिए. स्पेशल इफेक्ट्स हटाओ. एक मिनट, स्पेशल इफेक्ट्स हटा दिया ना मैं, तभी ऐसे क्यों दिख रहा है.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
पहले तो इसको हटाओ. शार्पन नहीं, हम बहुत ज़्यादा शार्पन भी बहुत टट्टी दिख रहा है. इंटेंसिटी भी बहुत ज़्यादा हो रही है ना. 50% ही रखता हूँ इंटेंसिटी. लेकिन ये इतना पीला क्यों दिख रहा है. दिक्कत वो है मुझे. अच्छा, डायनामिक वाइब्रेंस वगैरह ये हो रहा होगा. अच्छा ओके, वो कलर्स की वजह से हो रहे थे. डायनामिक वाइब्रेंस ऐड करो, ब्राइटनेस ऐड करो, एंड देन शार्पन ऐड करो. ओके, एक्सपोजर कॉन्ट्रास्ट 50 पे रखता हूँ. ठीक है ना.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
वो एक बार गेम बंद करके चालू करना पड़ेगा मुझे. पता नहीं अजीब बकरी बनती कैसे हो रही है.
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Xianyun.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Xianyun is also busy with something or other, so let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meripede.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone, just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Paimon's hungry.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
फिटनेस वगैरह सेट करने के बाद थोड़े डिटेल्स तो इम्प्रूव हुआ है। मैप रट्टे देखेगा ना, मैप भी सही दिख रहा है अब। कुछ ज़्यादा ही कलर्स हो गए क्या? इतना ब्राइटनेस क्यों दिख रहा है अभी? वो पता नहीं चल रहा, डिटेल्स की वजह से दिख रहा है क्या? HDR ट्यूनिंग ओके, ब्लूम इफेक्ट है। अगर मैं ब्लूम को ही 0 कर दूं तो
Kids these days, you just can't rely on them. Kids these days, you just can't rely on them.
मर गई मर गई मर गई।
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Xianyun? And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well. Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria. What would you like
Florent
to
is here
eat?
too. Okay. Julius Gaming. Hi Julius, what's up? Hello. Queen, hello, what's up? I think it's too early to have popcorn. Yeah. They're all siblings. Yeah.
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Then I will have.
Me
ये
too.
कैसे
Don't
था मैं?
forget Paimon. No problem. Just leave it to me.
भुक्कड़ पायमन। Paimon is always like this. भुक्कड़। I'm talking about Ferminate, Linnet, and
So
Linny.
delicious.
Yes, they are siblings.
Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day. Feeling full yet? How's the food?
I think Linny and Linnet are siblings. They found. I'm not sure about Ferminate. But still, they considered each other as siblings, so I don't know.
I'm
Let
so
me check,
glad
actually.
to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Xianyun, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
Yes, I was right. Ferminate is a foster sibling from House of Art. He's not actually blood related like Linny and
I must
Linnet.
know what you're thinking if I want to take
Linny
good
and
care
Linnet
of
are
you.
blood related.
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though
Yeah,
you're so short,
Ferminate
you
is
still talk
adopted.
and act like an older sister. Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well? Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was
I
wrong
think
with
he's
the
cool.
water.
Yeah, he's actually cool. There are two reasons he's
Clarion
cool.
is very strong
First,
and managed to save him in
he's
the
a
nick of
cryo
time.
unit, so
His Grace also
he's
sealed
definitely
the pipes
cool.
after Clarion left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone
There's
from
one thing I
approaching.
don't like
They
about
were
Ferminate,
instructed
and
to only open the door
that's
once Miss
his
Clarion
like,
had returned.
I don't know, he looks kind of so passive guy. He's like, he's so tired all the time. He has like worn out, or he has no strength left, and he's like, yeah, okay. That's what I get from just watching him. I'm not sure.
Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through. It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His
xianyun is
Grace's style for
protected
as long
by
as he's been a
Nebula.
leader. Oh,
What I
really
think
wish
is
Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here.
xianyun is like his
With all the
daughter,
darkness and chaos.
adopted daughter or whatever but she is like his daughter, so he always protects her. He basically cares about all those Melusines.
Get a good night's rest, you two.
Care deeply
You
about
both
those
worked very
Melusines, so
hard.
yeah, you can say that. This one is a special case. I think he actually loves xianyun more than. Oi, what happened? Poor foreigner.
May I present?
Makes sense, yeah. So, Miss Chlorine, what are you doing here?
Clarand!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss xianyun really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Freminate too! You sure work super fast!
Oh, it was child's play.
Boba Queen.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with xianyun and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by
We
yourself?
respect cryo claymore users. Yeah, we do.
Miss xianyun was with you, and the Duke has
I
business
actually
of his own.
prefer Chongyun more than Permanent, if you ask me. I like his playstyle, his overall character design is more attractive to me than Permanent. So I really prefer Chongyun.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
She's making return. Yeah, I'm actually planning
First
to
time in a long time.
maybe. I'm not actually planning, but I'm actually thinking to pull her just because I like her kit. Character design is nice. The only thing I hate in her characteristic is that big long what do you call this thing, topa. We call in my language I call this topa. It's hat. Yeah, hat, long as hat, but I'm not sure how exactly I should put it, but it's fine, I believe.
First time
I
in
still
a
like her
long time.
design though.
So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
And Nave, yeah, Nave is also having
In the
redone.
past, yes.
I have Mawika, so I doubt I will pull Arlecchino.
You seem to be enjoying yourselves here. Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around
I'm actually
unnecessarily.
waiting for xianyun to complete my Xiao team. So I don't know when she's gonna get her rerun. I was actually hoping to see her, get her banner in 5.4, but rumors are 5.4 are gonna be all about Furina, Urathi and all that. So I'm not sure the xianyun will get rerun in 5.4 or 5.5. So I'm still planning to pull xianyun because of this guy who decided to come in just 10 pulls. So then I plan to pull for his team. So I pulled Furina and she happened to be like C4 in just total of 60 pulls. So that came in handy. I also have his weapon ready. I mean, it's not his weapon, it's actually Huta's weapon, but I'm planning to pull xianyun so I can complete his team. I have this guy, I have Furina, I have Faruzan. Only problem here is Faruzan is C0. And we all know that Faruzan gets Faruzan appears on either Wanderer's banner or xianyun's banner. So pulling Wanderer, there is always a chance you get I might get Wanderer. So there's no actually need for Wanderer in this on this ID. So if xianyun banners contains Faruzan, then it's gonna be useful for me. Yo.
Yep. So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted
I
now
got
that
Bennett.
she's
So you finally got
relaxed.
Bennett. That's nice. xianyun is getting a comeback. I'm actually desperately waiting for xianyun because there are two things I like about xianyun. First, her character design, her looks, her voice line, her voice actor. It's pretty fantastic. Second thing, she enables plunge attack. Plunge attack damage mode. So playstyle, and I kind of like that playstyle. If you ask me, I actually prefer plunge attack playstyle. So I can make a great use of my C6 Gaming. I can use my C2 Diluc. I can use my Xiao, of course. I can pretty much use Xiao without xianyun, but different is like day and night if you compare with xianyun or without xianyun. So that it's like a huge difference, especially when you're trying to use Xiao with Furina, because xianyun can easily fulfill Furina stacks and then heal entire team, and she gave bonus crit rate, bonus damage, bonus plunge damage. It's like a complete package for Xiao.
Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
I actually regret not pulling xianyun when she was on banner. I greatly regret that decision.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Bennett is like best character, and he like pops up from anywhere, you know. He gets a lot of banner appearance. You can see Bennett on almost 70% of banners now. Not 70, but at least 60% of banner contains Bennett. In my that's what I think. And I don't know how high there is a chance, but almost everybody get Bennett from normal banners somehow. Not everyone, maybe, I don't know, but I still like Bennett. I saw a lot of clip actually. Bennett or Max Bennett is like doing shit ton of damage with Setlali especially, and I like that.
What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
There is another reason for pull Chlorine. I mean, I'm not actually planning, but I'm actually thinking to pull Chlorine on this ID because my main ID has Raiden. So I'm actually enjoying Raiden, Nivelate, Nave, Movica on main ID, and that's pretty fantastic experience so far. Just for a change, I'm actually trying to pull character which I'm not able to pull on main ID. So I'm planning or actually thinking to pull other characters who looks fantastic, whose kit are like attractive. So I'm actually thinking to pull those characters on this ID. Like I don't have Xiao, Alaitam, Ito on my main ID. So I have these on this ID. Those guys. And yet Huffman's little brother Mika is forgotten. There is only one problem with Mika. I think I have Mika, right? No? No, I have him on main ID. He's all about cryo damage, helping like physical damage bonus, and that's why he's tied to like Eula. And that's what make him actually sad, because Mika is actually, I like his character design very much, if you ask me. He's pretty fantastic 4-star, but he's tied to physical teams, so it's kinda let down. This guy is also about physical damage. I mean, look at him. Design is pretty nice, but he's pretty limited to a specific team. There are some characters I like, but they are kind of like, look at this guy. I like his design, but his kit, I mean, what can we do with him actually? If you have this, if I have Nilu, you have no reason to go with this guy. A pretty long as cooldown on this elemental skill, so it's like, nah, there's no actual reason to play this guy. This guy is pretty fantastic. I like this. I like his character design. His character animations, pretty fantastic. This guy is just nuts. Hey, so. I like this character too, Noel. Pretty fantastic. Pretty useful too. And I think I have a C6. Yeah, I have a C6. So I can actually use her with Furina. So I don't know if I should use that or not. This guy also decided to come early. And then I realized he's kind of meh, not much useless. I mean, he's useless without C6 Heizo, and you need another sub DPS like Chiori or not Alatham, but another Geo guy to make him actually shine. Cassie, hey, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Good evening. And yet, oh yeah.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
What do you mean by no time to explain? Goodbye.
What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
We're still in Lavaroon. Do you know what happened here?
Yeah, Mona is great.
Especially to inform
Mona,
you.
I mean, she's not
Something seems to have
bad.
gone terribly wrong just
She's
now.
not that great, but she's not
Grace is
that
telling
bad
everyone to
either.
evacuate and
So
get out of
she's
here.
like balance unit.
Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed.
If you ask
can
me,
only find
there
out
is
once you
one.
do a
There's
head
actually
count
two
that one or
characters
two
which I
people are
actually
missing.
preferred a lot,
Wait, weren't you the one who
and I
brought that
love
up?
a lot
Why is it suddenly
from
my
Standard
idea?
Banner.
Hey,
One is
shut up.
Tainari. I really
Okay,
like
whatever.
his
The point
character
is you
design,
should
and
come
I
with
also
us.
like his kit. Pretty unique kit if you ask me. His skill can hallucinate enemies, I believe, so they attack a random. I mean, they just he just make enemy confused and just attack wherever they want. They just ignore that character, so that's kind of a unique playstyle for me, because I think there are two or more characters who have same kind of thing. I'm not sure about that, like
Yeah,
taunt
you said to
thing,
get as far away
but
as
he
possible,
is like
upwards and
make
outwards.
them hallucinate or something like that, confuses people.
Oh no.
And the second one is
Can't do
Diluc.
that thing.
I like Diluc. He's pretty
Oh, wait,
fantastic.
What? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Jean is not bad either,
Hey, be
but I prefer Diluc
careful.
more than Jean.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and
At least we have Hydro Waves. Yeah, that's right.
If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention, please.
I think I have Mona on this ID, right? No. I recently got Mona on main ID, on the village ID. And I like this cutscene. It's
here.
pretty fantastic.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run. Three, two, one.
That's pretty fantastic.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Now we have to call Neverland. On my American server, I have Diluc and Shenhe along with Lenny. That's nice. I like Shenhe, but I don't know how useful she could be in today's day.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her. Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
He's good. Yeah, but I think I might actually skip. I might actually postpone pulling Chlorine, and we're gonna get a Chronicle patch in the next patch, right? Chronicle banner. That was my thinking actually. I'm not sure because I'm not confident enough how exactly she gonna help. If I'm planning actually to pull skirk, which I'm actually planning to save for skirk, and rumors are she's a cryo unit. I don't like that idea, she being a cryo unit, but if she is cryo unit, then Shenhe might actually help her, but I'm not sure. So I'm still in confusion.
This should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
There we are. So father is here, sitting with Pudina.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Yeah, she's definitely not easy to deal with.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Look at Farina.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette.
Monsieur Nuvillette, he's the Hydro Dragon, dude. There's no way Child gonna defeat him that easily.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
But there was no evidence that injured or killed.
Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
I also like Corina's English voice actor. It's pretty fantastic. She did a great job.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Furina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
He knows. That's why she's trying to corner Furina.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
There we go. Each of Fontaine's siblings has special death quota. Yeah, I hear that.
And the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
That's my boy, Nivelet.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give?
We have two dragons, Zhongli and him. Zhongli is not a dragon. Zhongli is the first Archon, the ancient Archon. Azda is dragon. Yeah, Azda is dragon. Nivelate is dragon. And the dragon we fought at the first chapter, he's also sovereign. I mean, and in Naida's case, Apep is dragon. I know Rex Lapis is Zhongli, but that was his just body form. He's actually Archon, and his pet is actually considered what we call sovereign, if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Yeah, Geo Sovereign is Azdaha. Dendro Sovereign is Apep. Hydro Sovereign is Nivelet. I don't know who is Pyro Sovereign. Maybe Shablanke? No, he's the first Archon. First Pyro Archon. So I'm not sure about Pyro, but four things I'm sure about. That Apep is sovereign. Nivelet is sovereign. That Ventis dragon is also sovereign. And am I missing anyone? Azda is also sovereign.
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Don't worry, I will protect Farina. Let's go, Farina. Rich is his awesome voice.
We've spent long
voicing
enough
him.
playing
Yeah.
house. Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Heart have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
That's gonna be a problem now.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
So far, we are not helping at all. We're just sitting there, watching her.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look
Now
in
she's
your
done.
eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
I even have Rosa and Bennett as well on my EU server. Yeah, those are pretty fantastic units. Especially Bennett. Bennett is just like king unit, man.
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
I mean, if you're creating a new account, you get a Bennett, you get a Sugros, you get a Xingqiu, and you're literally good to go. You can literally end entire Genshin Impact game with just this 3 unit around, and you can fill in 4th unit as you like. Normally it goes like official slot in for that last slot, or Beidou if you're like massive AoE, and that's it. These units are like really cracked 4 stars, really fantastic. If you're trying Hyper Bloom, even if you are like using 4-star Hyper Bloom team, complete 4 stars, you can really slot in like Cookie, the Dendro MC, and it's gonna be like GG.
Then allow me to jog your memory.
That's how powerful these 4 stars
Farina,
are.
what is the purpose of your Oratrice
Chongyun.
Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
And I have Tenari. Tenari is really fantastic, you know. He's the best standard character so far. I mean, if anybody want to just improve their account, technically speaking, the best 5-star we can get from normal banner, I mean standard banner, is Tignari. Really fantastic unit. Even the 3-star weapon like Slingshot, he's just outstanding DPS.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Don't let me Paimon finished everything.
Super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Paimon's coming too!
I let the video how down. Yeah. I mean, do you know how exactly I got Aletham? I was actually trying to get a Bennett's copy. And at that time I had PT I had 15 PT on main banner. And Aletham just decided to jump in on my account. That's how I got Aletham. And not just Aletham, but also his C1. Oh, you have Charlotte. She's a fantastic. I actually want even if I get a single copy, that's good. That's fine. But I actually want a single copy of Charlotte on my account. She's so cool. Jean is also fantastic in it. Thoma is nice.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Lyney, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Lyney.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Lyney's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina?
I think she caught up to Furina's act.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Furina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you!
Think. If she was a real Hydro Archon at this point, and they were actually trying to kill her or take her Gnosis here, if she was real Hydro Archon, she would be dead.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me! I'm begging you, please!
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Furina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
That's why she sent them here.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Ridesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Iudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Iudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Linny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
That's a nice plan.
You should know the rest. Linny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
No, we should explain what happened over here.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives. Permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though.
What's up?
You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
If by the phrase "you guys" you are referring to Furina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What do you sense in the fortress of Merapiri? Need to manage to protect those that who need to be defended.
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering.
If you want to view the itinerary, you can. Okay, I will check in.
And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Dragon of Water once reside in Fontaine. Yeah.
You may
Now
be
she
closer
understood.
to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of... what? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised. Furina? My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
I don't think that's possible.
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world,
Hi.
myself included,
Hello, guys. Welcome.
possess
Welcome
our
back.
full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be
How are
able
you?
to do much
I'm fine,
unless
thank
the
you.
Archon
How are you?
disappears and returns
What
their
about you?
elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at
You
my
need
office.
his full power.
If you have
to
any more
actually
questions
solve
regarding
this issue.
ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Good. Good to hear that.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Merapede? Paimon is a little worried. We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Okay, let's see your... let's check out your itinerary. There we have. You have stringless. That's a nice weapon for him. But I think you should use a 3-star. It's better than stringless. Yeah, slingshot. Slingshot is far more superior than this weapon. You can easily get R5 or slingshot, you know? And that 60% damage bonus, charge attack damage bonus is way better than this weapon. Way better. You can also combine this like Thainari, Skyla, and also Lisa, and use her burst, and then go for his charge attacks, and while maintaining the off-field hydro application, Dendro application from her, your Dendro MC. You can easily get a lot of spreads. Thainari is really fantastic unit. Try using it with that max out 3-star weapon, Slingshot. You'll see the difference. It's pretty fantastic.
What they say. It's true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Let's just do this one.
The weather is lovely and warm. Things are about to start getting lively again. Can we play Banker next time?
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Yeah, Kachina is really fantastic. Try to give her that base defense set. We can get the defense set, right? Which one in...
Something.
I think it's called something like... Braveheart? No, it's not Braveheart. Defender's Will. Yeah, this will work. You can provide this thing to Kachina for now. And once you get your hands on cheap hero set, you can then use it. It will definitely boost your main DPS damage a lot. This set is pretty fantastic and it's pretty nice for Kachina.
Again? Let's work through it together. Two heads are better than one.
Okay, I will remember that. Yeah. Kachina is really fantastic. I have her on this ID, right? Kachina, yeah. She's pretty fantastic with that set. Wait, I have constellations? Yeah, I have C5, lol. There's two ways. You can, if you're like you're gonna pop a lot of bursts, then you can go for like Favonius Lance. If you're gonna play around her skill, then you can go for this. You already have this weapon. I saw it, so that's pretty fantastic. But if you want to help out your team, then you can definitely go for this weapon. I mean, this weapon is for general team usage. Favonius Lance, if you have it. Favonius Lance helps a lot with your entire team energy regeneration thing. And basically, you only need her for skills if you want to proc that 4-piece set, hero set. And she's gonna fulfill that 40% damage bonus, that whatever damage bonus you get from that set, you will receive. And Thainari is really fantastic unit to make use of that. This is the weapon I'm actually talking about. The Ignari with this weapon is GG. Look at this. Normal and charge attack damage within 0.3 seconds of big fire, increased damage by 60%. That's huge damage bonus. Especially when you are standing near your target and you are just pressing your skill. and unloading all of your charge attacks. It's pretty fantastic thing. I mean, I have stringless, but I'm actually using stringless on... I actually prefer using stringless on other character than Tenari. I also have these average bows. I mean, I have R5 stringless, which actually elemental skill and elemental burst damage increased by 48%. But the thing here is, it only increases your elemental skill damage. And I don't think your elemental skill does any damage, but it improves your charge attack damage. So that's why this bow is not useful for him. It can only use your elemental burst damage. That's it. Let me check if skill does any damage. Yeah, only this skill damage will be improved by that weapon, stringless, but not the charge shots. Same goes for this. So it's still better to use his charge shot because his charge shot is main playstyle for him. How about Razor? I won't recommend you to play Razor at this point because it's kinda, you're like, if you want to max out his performance, you have to play like physical DPS. You have some electro application. You can combine it with cryo unit to go for superconduct and reduce target's physical damage. And he's not that good if you ask me. You can just go with Xianyun if you have. Then you can use Xiangling with him. You can use Sayu for VV. And use Bennett. You got Bennett, right? Then you can fit in Bennett there and you will be good. You can also get free Lynette. She's a decent DPS unit. You can also get this free unit, Cole. She's fine too. I was talking about weaving my razor. Okay, let me check. Your razor 50 level. By the way, try to avoid leveling up every character because you will run out of Mora and XP books because you are still at low adventure rank. So I would recommend to just make one proper team and stick with it until you reach AR level 50 or 55 or something like that. That will help you to save your resources, and that way you can then build up any character you want after that. So until then, just make one team and stick with it until then. Now let's check your razor. You're using Ferrous or Ferrous Shadow. Okay. This is bad weapon for him. Zero. Nah. I mean, you can try to use him with Charlotte, but it's still not gonna be enough. I mean, your Tainari, who is actually way better. I mean, Tainari is 10 times more. I mean, 10 times more. I mean, better than this Fraser guy. Way better. You can really just chill out with these units. Dendro MC, Tainari, Lisa. And if you want to... yeah. Sayu can fit in as a healer. Or you can simply use Kachina. If you're confident enough that you don't require any healer, then you can use Kachina with Cinder City. And you're literally fine for entire game, and it's fine. If you feel like you require a healer, you can slot in Sayu or Bennett or even Charlotte. I'm not sure, but Charlotte can heal. Oh, you also have Jean, so you really don't have any. I mean, you don't have any reason to use Sayu because Jean is fantastic healer. Best healer in standard banner, I would say.
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Wanna join me? Are you doing something? I mean, what do you need help with? I can help you out.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful.
Alright, we can find a ley line and couple of domains. Yeah, sure. Invite me.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Bye-bye. Just give me a minute. I forgot to claim rewards. Lol. Let me finish this quest so I can get out of this fortress of Merapid. Well, what the fuck? Jean is really fantastic here. I told you, she's a goat. What is this? This thing is just telling me to get inside into the office. There's some quest inside here. But when I get in, this thing is showing me to get out. I don't know what's going on here. I'm clueless now. Is there something up? Something here to do? Ah, we have to go here. Now I see.
Jurier, Miss Sijwin told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
Yeah, these guys are definitely couple.
That's no excuse for... Huh?
Junior, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
They definitely are. I wish I didn't get Kaveh, but he can delete stuff. I don't know, maybe they already fixed him. Even I don't like Kaveh that much.
You guys are back?
Crystal! Laveroon!
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Huh? No, not at all.
Ah, and here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
I know, you agree with me.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Kachina is based on American Pika. That is something new for me. I don't know that. Are you really sure? She's really based on American Pika. I'm sure about that.
There's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals, is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
I think she's like a mouse, a little mouse or something like that. I don't know. A Pika? Oh my God.
Well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Sijuing! Traveler, Paimon, you're back! Are you still doing alright? Did either of you get hurt? We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it?
Natlan is based on
People
Africa.
sustained superficial injuries, but
Yeah,
that's
you
about
can
the
say
extent
that.
of the damage. Monsieur Nervulette paid us a visit.
It's all about the
Thanks
strides
to
and
him that we
things.
managed to suppress the crisis for the time being. Of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided. How did Nervulette know that he was needed here? Well, Monsieur Nervulette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves
Actually, you got a
produced.
point.
I ran into the bombshell
Natlan
bros
definitely
while
looks like
bandaging the injuries of the
African
wounded.
thing.
They were mumbling
Especially
the whole time about how you just ran down without a word.
those tribes
I'm
things.
so relieved to see
It
that
makes
you're both
sense.
all right. If you're not
Definitely
too
makes
pressed for
sense.
time, please stay with us a few more days. Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Wolsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
Yes, I think I already completed this tribal quest. I'm already getting sleepy. She's based on
Book learning alone is
Kemono
not
Mi.
enough to cultivate intelligence. All those scholars
Kemono
in
Mi.
the academia are prime examples.
I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Kemonoimi. Okay. I think I still haven't done Uchkan Atlas quest. Especially the dragon one. Yeah, I haven't done the Oshkanatlan.
Wait.
Now guess.
So ready to join.
What suit will this
Yes, I
next
will.
card be?
Just give me a moment.
A bare teeth cat?
Well, well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from an A.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to everyone's
Look at him.
support. Oh, right.
His just face look like so
I managed to
tiring.
work up the courage to
Not
thank
sure.
Miss Clarant in person.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met Father? Did she say anything to you?
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Mm-hmm. Father is very capable, and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Got it.
Lol.
That does sound like something that Father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time,
I like
you're going to
Lynette.
have tea and snacks with us.
She's pretty fantastic, you know. And the character design also is pretty well. Look at the design. Character design is really fantastic. Okay, so who am I joining?
The scribe's work is simple.
Okay, who am I
Which is
joining
exactly
now?
why I took the position.
Yeah, I forgot your in-game name. So, what's your in-game name? Forgive me, but I forgot. Oh, sorry.
Wait. Huh?
Oh, you. Okay.
Whatever.
Now I will keep that in mind. Skyla. Mose, okay, now take the lead and show me what do we need to do. What we have to do. Queen, yeah, that's a nice name.
Come at me.
The charge attack is also unique on this guy.
Scanning. Come at me. Where's my...
Oh, so this is a Bennett you got now. It's nice.
Get out of here! Take cover! Adventure time!
Where are you? I can see you. Are you underground? Yeah, you are. So you want to get rid of this boss? Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. He's level 50. Easy.
Strike a pose! Our bond is strong!
Oh, be careful of these guys.
You're injured! Get to safety!
Electro charge is buffed up and it feels really nice. Do you like Thoma? Yeah, I like Thoma. He's pretty fantastic, you know, especially for Persian. Ferminate and Linnet are introverts and Linny is extrovert. Yeah.
Wind, hear me.
Ah, how brilliant!
Him and Ito are buddies. I don't know if Ito is buddy with him.
Let's light it up!
Strike a pose!
Look at the archer. Oh lol. He's dead. But what? How are you underground? What's happening to you? Is this a bug or something? How can we hear you, Lolo? Yeah. Any pyros? I think I have pyros. Wait a minute. Yeah, I have Maurika. But I need to check if I have artifacts on her. Yeah, now she's mine. She swings weapon like a bat.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Light up the blazing sun!
Race you! You're toast!
Benny's mom, yeah. Maurika is Benny's mom.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? No one's joined me on
No,
an
I
adventure
thought
in
Shangling
ages.
is best
Come
pyro.
on,
Best pyro icon is Bennett. I mean, look at this. Even Maurika requires Bennett in team. Even Maurika cannot escape Bennett impact. Bennett is the real pyro archon. The true pyro archon. Swap weapon for our own signature weapon. Who's the father? Look at him. He's the father. This guy. This guy is the father. Mavuika is mother. And Bennett is his son. This is a complete family. Diluc, Mavuika, and Bennett. Well, you can say that.
Light it up! Nice and spicy! Pyroclastic surge! I'm going in!
It would be so cool if people can do Spiral Abyss in co-op. It would be really fantastic.
Light it up! Brace you! That really hurt!
Mission complete. Wait, I can do that? But there's no reward for it. Parrot and I have something in common. And what is that? Your luck? Don't tell me it's luck. I mean, his bad luck. Yeah, I knew it.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
This is Xiao's place. I mean, Xiao's friend's place, resting place. Messaging me on Discord. Yeah.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Oh, right. I remember. I still need to grab some artifacts and talent for Mavika. Yeah, I almost forgot. I need 16 of these and 32
Instead
of
of
these.
confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their...
Well, explain how Bennett got white hair. Because he is unlucky. He is so unlucky that he cannot manage. I mean, he somehow managed to not copy his mother and father's hair. That's how unlucky he is.
I must leave no.
Rise with the sun!
Take cover!
Light of the blazing sun!
Time to clean up.
Sand is the natural enemy of fire and
Oh,
civilization.
I like these.
In the desert, ruins are all that remain to tell the story of the past.
Wait, we have to get a Dendro and Electro unit to kill this boss. Let me set that up. I can just simply switch to Nahida and Pookie and we are fine.
Let's make her a little. Lightning, terrify! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! Adventure time.
Yeah. I told you, Tanner is really fantastic. You can use anywhere. Yeah, use it anywhere. Except you cannot keep Dendro slimes with it. Or cryo units. I mean, cryo shields. That's a bit pain. By the way, there's gonna be a Inazuma Chronicle banner, and if you manage to get Yaimiko, you will have a fantastic boss killer team with Tainari, and if you manage to get Naida, and then the Fox Lady, and you will be all set. Even I want to pull the Fox Lady, Yaimiko, just because I really like that character.
It's a nice day, but I can't seem to shake this strange feeling. Let's just hope it's my imagination.
Let's go find some treasure.
Eh? Yeah, but tenor is still better. Way better.
Off we go.
Rev the engines!
Hit.
Try and stop me! Full throttle!
Hit.
Off we go. Need a surfboard? Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Carving waves.
Eh? Oh, you teleported. Poor Kachina, but she's okay. Yeah, she's fine.
Try and stop me!
I regret not pulling children on this ID.
Hit.
Kachina is cute, yeah, I can agree on that.
All right, let's finish this fast. Take a deep breath and grit your teeth.
Here comes the
My wait
Was not in vain.
I just saw a brick that wasn't properly stacked. What should I do? Now it feels like there's a little saurian scratching away inside my chest. Woo! Whoa! Ah. Whew.
Okay,
I can do it. No, I can't. I can do it. Oh, it's fine. I can definitely do it. Right. If you're bored, why don't we take a look at my collection together? If something catches your eye, feel free to take it. Yeah.
What time is it?
You can only do so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible.
Now where are you? Here you are. I can't believe we have a student. Where? Kachina is our student, yeah. Yeah, Kachina is our student. Look at me, I'm just throwing fishes. There you go, a buffer fish. A fish for you. A fish for you. And fish for everyone. Fun fact, Bennett got bandages from Barbara. Yeah, that's true.
Off we go.
Need a surfboard?
What's this? Are you not looting this chest? I'll ship both of them. You can't because Bennett is already in ship with Fischl. Don't you know about Fischl and Bennett?
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same, Except we call that light hope.
I forgot I don't have that yet.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
What else do I have? I have Wolfang, right? This can be used because it's elemental skill and elemental burst damage skill by 16%.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
I don't care, I ship it. Lol.
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go!
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you know Barbara already have a crush on someone. Barbara already have a crush on Venti. I mean Barbatos.
Go, Barbara, go! Catch an epic wave! Whoosh!
Oh, there is another announcement. I see.
Ever tried chasing waves before? You want to try? Well, come on, no time like the present. I'll help you find the closest beach. Hup. Ha. Yeah.
22 old, yeah, but she still likes him. Very sleepy now. I think I might have to take my leave now because I have to farm these talents before 1 a.m., which is reset time. And I have to go to sleep too. And before that, I also have to grab some dinner. So I have to leave now. So see you later.
You can only do so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible.
I love Rosa. Yeah, Rosa is nice character. He is too outdated now. It's like you can use him for visual, but yeah, that's all about it. Now, I will quickly go over and finish up my how's this Natlan. Yeah, I have to grab talents before it's reset time. I only have 2 to 3 hours left. So I'll quickly go over it and farm some talents. Not this. Yeah, these are the one I need to farm.
Here you are.
I see everything.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Oh, dance with me!
Everyone hold hands.
Talent. Wait, I don't have. Oh. Wait, I need those condensed resins first. Condensed resin. And I also have to end the stream now because after this I'm going to get some food and sleep. So thank you for being on my stream and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.